Good evening, Viking Nation, and welcome to tonight's broadcast between your Niles North Vikings and the Niles West Wolves and the Girls Flag Football Crosstown Classic. My name is Anthony.
And I'm Jacob Ornstein.
And this is the first flag football event that we are streaming on Viking Media, and we are so excited, Jacob. We both watched the JV game right before this. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, it was really entertaining, Anthony. 26-0 final score here at beautiful Chuck Post Stadium, and it's entertaining. This is a fresh new sport in the IHSA, and you love to watch these girls go at it. They're so passionate about this new sport, and they're a part of history, being the first team in program history, and what a better team for them to face here, Anthony, the Niles West Wolves. The Crosstown Classic is awesome in every sport, and it is going to be no different here, Anthony. I am so excited for this game.
Me too, Jacob. Now, we are all learning here. Obviously, this is a new sport just sanctioned by the IHSA for the 2024 fall season. So we might get some calls wrong. There might be some confusion. We will try to walk you along as much as possible. We got a rule book with us. But to start off, let's explain the clock here, Jacob. It's going to be two 20-minute running halves. That clock is not going to stop unless there's a timeout or injury on the field. In between those two halves, it'll be a 2-minute halftime. 2-minute halftime. So a little bit of a break, and then we get right back into the action.
Yeah, a lot of action there is, Anthony. I love the fast-paced nature of this game. It really doesn't leave a lot of time for slacking off. It's going to be so exciting. You're going to see a lot of action-packed action here at beautiful Chuck Post Stadium. A beautiful night.
Definitely, Jacob. And I think the one other thing that we have to note, that might be a little bit confusing to first-time viewers. You know, if you watch, men's football or like even NFL flag that they've been doing in the summer, the downs are different here. So it's going to be every 20 yards. You'll see on the 20, the 40, the opposing 40, and the opposing 20. Those are the first down targets. You got 4 downs to reach it, and you know that type of rule structure allows for a lot of turnovers and a lot of scoring opportunities. Jacob.
Yeah, 100%, Anthony. And they are going to be using the full field. Normally an NFL flag, it's a 50-yard field, and it's a lot more narrow. But these girls, they're going to be using the whole field. So really watch as they take advantage of all that space.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We already saw the JV game. Lots of motion, lots of excitement. We will now play the national anthem. Thank you. Two teams will begin off shortly. Meantime, Jacob, what do you think about the Vikings' performance? You know, they've been having a pretty good season. Do you think they'll continue that?
100%, Anthony. I think that this program is off to an amazing start really fast. This is a very new sport here in the IHSA, and I think the girls are going to just piggyback off of that. They're going to take advantage of just mistakes that these other teams are making. IQ is going to be a very important factor in this new sport, as we're all learning. Players on the field are learning. Coaches are learning. It's like everybody is learning this sport, Anthony. And I think as more mistakes are made, I think that our girls are going to are going to learn from them and take advantage of opposing mistakes.
Yeah, definitely, Jacob. And we are getting started here. And ball is down. And again, you're going to notice our clock is running. So, keep the action going.
Yeah, 100%, Anthony. There are a lot of unique rules in flag football. That was a really great run right there, Anthony. Able to pound the hole there, able to make space there. Just a great run, and you don't see a lot of running in flag football. In fact, there's actually a no-run zone within the 5 yards of the end zone. So it's interesting to see. And here's a really good play right here.
Yeah, a little bit of contact, and the flag is stripped around the 47, Jacob. Great run there by number 8 from the Vikings. That will qualify as a first down again, hitting that 40. Her next target is going to be the opposite 40. And that number 8 was Angelina Mendez, a senior. And waiting for the snap here. It's good and handed off. Rushing now, the Vikings keep it going. First down achieved, and maybe a little bit more. And she is out of bounds at the 18. Great run by number 37, Elena Kachik.
A really good job there, Anthony. She did an amazing job of bouncing outside. She had all the Wolves chasing her there. I think she kind of slowed down a little bit at the end. I think she tried to work a little bit of a spin move. It wound up being the death of her there. But overall, just an amazing run right there by the Vikings.
Yeah, and the Vikings are now in prime scoring position. Ball spotted at the 17. First down from the Vikings. Looking for the pass. She scrambles. And ball is underthrown at midfield.
Yeah, a little scare there, Anthony. I saw number 48 on the Wolves lurking back there. I thought she was going to make a play there. Overall, though, underthrown at just the right level there. Luckily forces the incompletion.
Yeah, and we're looking for another snap here. Second down. Little rush here. Gets through, and that is a touchdown for the Vikings. First touchdown on Viking Media in the Crosstown Classic. Feels great, Jacob.
Yeah, and a really exciting one at that. I'm looking at it back here, and she was so good there at just averting defenders, able to use the hips there, moving the flags a little bit, making it hard for the defenders to get those flags. Amazing play right there.
Yeah, and they're now going for the 2-point conversion. A little handoff, tries to bring in wide cuts, and through. Looking for the call. And they say no good. Your score will be 6-0 after the first set of plays.
I like the trickeration there, Anthony. It gets the head moving. Almost reminded me of the Philly special almost there. I like those trick plays. It's exciting. It's something to take advantage of with this game. When seeing how there are less players, a lot more space to work with, you could really work those a lot more.
Certainly, and to note about those conversions, there's no kicking in flag football at the IHSA as the flag is stripped around the 27. There's no kicking. I mean, there's punting, Jacob, but there's no kicking. So what they'll go for is a 1-point or 2-point conversion. That 1-point conversion is from the 5-yard line. The 2-point conversion is from the 8. And we saw them go for that 2-pointer there. It was unsuccessful. Wolves passing play, overthrown and missed. Ball will go back to the line.
Yeah, couldn't quite place it right there. Just went right through the basket. It's unfortunately just overthrown. You got to work on that timing. It's that timing is going to be key throughout the game for this game. Looks like we have an injured Wolf on the field. Our wonderful training staff are We're going to take a look, make sure everything's okay. Actually, no, it's an injured Viking.
And hey, shout out to our athletic training staff. Don Palmer is down there on the field right now. We also have Dennis Makis and Joe Paywall on the call tonight. But yeah, our trainers do so much to make sure our players are conditioning properly, strengthening the right muscles, and, when the case comes, repairing. As the Viking comes up on the shoulders of Don Palmer and her teammate, we will be back into play, Jacob.
Yeah, certainly, Anthony. Just a great shout out to our athletic trainers. They work magic here, Anthony.
Certainly. And you know what's great about Niles North? We actually recently added that third trainer position, I believe last year. And it's great to have such a well-resourced school like this where, our student athletes can be treated properly. So again, shout out to our athletic training staff. Clock is off again. The Wolves looking for a receiver well overthrown, about 3 yards. We are back at the 27. We'll be third down. Got 2 more chances to make it to that 40. Yes, certainly, Jacob. And we apologize for viewers at home. You may have had some audio difficulty for the last couple of minutes. We got 8.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Score by the Wolves. And low pass. Tries to break through, but the flag is taken around the 35.
Just an absolute rocket of a bullet pass there, Anthony. Good placement right there. Although surrounded by a pack of Wolves, not able to make moves there. Overall, though, good game there by the Vikings.
Yeah, and hey, the crowd is loving this action. I feel the press box shaking from Let's Go Vikings chant. A little bit of stomping going on. Definitely great to see the Viking spirit out here tonight.
Yeah, it's entertaining. I see a lot of people out, a lot of athletes here. Let's see. I see a few members of the boys basketball team here. Hunter Gowron, Andy Simon, among others. I also see boys varsity bowler James Prezant in attendance. Yes, we have a bowling team. They're pretty good.
They are pretty good. We got boys bowling and girls bowling, winter sports. And we're going to stop the clock here, be reset to 7:24, as it looks like the refs will deliberate. Coming back to Coach Wick here, trying to figure out what's going on. But they're going to get the snap-off clock running yet again. And a great run. Flag is thrown by the official. And she's going to run that down. Hopefully it doesn't get called back. Great speed. Her flag pulled around the 26.
Just able to put on the burners, Anthony. That acceleration happened in a hurry there. Able to just to get up the sideline. And just absolute amazing speed.
Yeah, and Coach Wick trying to figure out what the flag was. Play will stay up at the opposing. Looks like it'll be spotted around the 30. And again, the refs are kind of figuring this out too as we move into this new sport.
Yeah, everyone's really learning this, Anthony. This is one of the fastest growing games in America, and with that, there is going to be a learning curve here, and it's fascinating just how everybody here is learning this fairly new sport.
Definitely, Jacob. Ball is spotted at the 27. Snap is off, and she's looking for, dropped pass. Very unfortunate, but I like the idea, Jacob.
Yeah, me too, Anthony. I don't know if she got all of it on the throw there. That she didn't really get that tight spiral that she was looking for. It just caused a little bit of just like just some misdirection in the ball's travel, leading to that bobbling.
Definitely. And ball is dropped on the handoff. Important to note about flag football, that ball is dead as soon as it touches the grass. There's no opportunity for a fumble here. Dead on arrival. That also applies, I don't know, I mean, it just applies around the game. I don't remember where I was going with that, Jacob. We're all just trying to have fun here.
You know, it's interesting. I was watching the JV game. I was watching how they worked punts, and essentially touching a ball and letting it drop is essentially a fair catch in this game because of fumbles being ruled dead. It's interesting to watch, and it's interesting how strategic they'll make it. Oh no.
Yeah, it looks like we had a screen set by the defense and then by her own teammate trying to get that handoff. A little miscommunication there, but the ball does get moved forward.
Yeah, a little bit of a football folly there, Anthony. That's not something you see every day, but that's going to happen with such a new sport. Everyone's learning.
That does bring up a first down, ball set at the 20, and they're going to run that lateral motion on the outside. And facing defense, she gets around, and that's a touchdown for the Vikings. 12 points.
And you see it again, the use of the hips, making sure that that flag does not get pulled. These Vikings know how to run, and they know how to run strategically. Get these tight angles, Anthony, and she's in for 6.
Yeah, fantastic run there by the Vikings. Now looking for a 2-point conversion from that 8-yard line. Looking for a throw. And she's going to rush it down for 2. Vikings now bringing it to 14.
Yeah, I feel like that's something you're going to see a lot with the Vikings. You saw her like almost curve her back there. Making sure the Wolves don't go anywhere near that flag. Narrowly makes it in for 2 there. And just an entertaining play to get 2 more on the board for the Vikings to make the score 14-8. And time is winding down here, Anthony, in the half.
Yeah, about 3 minutes remaining, and you note the hip movement. That's something that is integral to the play of this game. The higher level, you'll see a lot of hip level control going up and down, requiring a lot of knee strength. Right now, though, it looks like more rotational. Here's the Wolves with the complete pass. They're going to run that down, and the flag is taken around the 45.
You know, while we're on the subject of the hips there, Anthony, not too long ago, I was actually able to work with the Hands Team Academy, flag football clinic located at Lane Tech, and one of the drills they worked was hip movement. It was working the hips there, moving the flags, making it unpredictable. And I think you see a lot of that translate onto the field throughout the game.
And great sportsmanship there by the Vikings, bringing her back up after an incredible catch. First down. And I'm not sure if you can see it on the broadcast, but the guy holding the line of scrimmage and down monitor is none other than our athletic director, Brett Bildstein. You know, a lot of staff at schools complain that their directors don't know what it's like actually doing their work. But you got this guy quite literally in the field. So, hey, shout out our AD, Brett Bildstein.
And he scheduled this game and everything, Anthony. He's making sure he's a part of it in every way.
Yeah, Brett Bildstein from soup to nuts here in this process. You got a flag. It looks like it was withdrawn. Oh, yep. It's going to be illegal motion, I believe, on the defense. Move the Wolves up quite a bit. I believe that's a 5-yarder. And the ball is spotted at the 31. Still first down here, Jacob, as the refs deliberate.
I'm not quite sure what's happening here, Anthony. These officials just going to have a talk with each other. I mean, after all, though, there is a shortage of them, Anthony.
That's right, Jacob. We are always looking for more officials in Illinois. So, hey, if you want to stay involved in your community, stay active, and make a little bit of money while you're at it, go to ihsa.org to look into becoming an official.
If you don't think the calls are right, don the stripes.
Most certainly, Jacob. Snap is up. Hand it off. Another handoff. And that trickeration is It's going to allow for a big run here at the 20, 15, 10, and flag was stripped quite a ways back. Looks like that'll be spotted at the 16 or 17.
I feel like it's sometimes hard to tell where exactly these flags get stripped there, Anthony. These girls are gonna play through the whistle, and and with that, sometimes the whistle could come a little late. It's hard to tell because this game is so fast paced and is moving so at 1,000,000 miles an hour. It's interesting to see some of these spots.
Yeah, definitely, Jacob. It's a bit harder to tell, compared to have a pile of guys just on the floor, aching in pain. Clock will be reset to 1 full minute. And we're off. I'm sorry, we're not off. Looks like it'll be a timeout. Did you see who that was called by, Jacob?
I didn't get a chance to look at it. I'm going to guess the Vikings.
Yeah, they're in a tough defensive spot here. Need to put the pressure on, but the Wolves are obviously a very strong team. Water being brung out for the Vikings, and Coach Wick talking to the officials here, just trying to make sure she understands, what they're thinking.
It's a beautiful night here, Anthony. Right here at Chuck Post Stadium. It is 74 degrees and cloudy. Full moon's out tonight, Anthony. Hopefully the Wolves won't be howling at it tonight.
Definitely, Jacob. And yeah, a little bit of wind too. That's going to affect the ball, but just making it a great environment here at Chuck Post Stadium to bring out that Viking spirit. And hey, this is homecoming week. We're going to see a lot of Viking spirit all throughout. Our big event, obviously, is going to be the homecoming football game against the Elk Grove Grenadiers this Friday at 7 o'clock. Only here on Viking Media. That'll include the homecoming parade as they come into Chuck Post Stadium. It's going to be a great night.
Yeah, homecoming is so excited, Anthony. It's the 1 week of the year where school spirit is through the roof, and I cannot wait for it to be here with you calling that game.
Yeah, definitely going to be a good one. That is a mid-suburban league opponent who that football team has had some trouble with. They just lost this past Friday to the Saxons, 49-21. But hey, this football team is having better luck, Jacob.
You can say that again, Anthony.
Definitely lots of effort going on in both programs. Here's the pass from the Wolves in the end zone. That is a touchdown for the Wolves. Tied at 14.
Just very clean there, Anthony. Ran her route to perfection. Able to grab that ball in. You can't miss that, Anthony. That is a goose egg.
Yeah, certainly, Jacob. And, looks like they can continue that trend of the 2-point conversion, starting off at that 8-yard line. And it is important to note, I do believe the clock will stop, on plays like this in the final 2 minutes of a half. Here's a pass. And, snagged off the tip-off, but the Wolves make it 16.
Yeah, a little bobble in there, Anthony. It's interesting to see, but, it gets the job done, and the Wolves are going to go up by 2.
This has definitely been a close game. One of the toughest matches that the Vikings have faced all season, Jacob. Got about 1 minute left in the first half. Vikings ready, and the Wolves are too. Going to be an 80-yard drive here, working for that touchdown in the last minute. And fake play. Ball is dropped. That ball is dead again. No fumble. And no strip of the ball either. But it looks like that's going to be spotted at the 21, 22.
Yeah, the Vikings are favoring that triple option there, Anthony. They've run it a lot here, Anthony, and they've been able to execute it fairly smoothly for the most part. Just a little miscommunication there, and that could be the depth of the Vikings. That could be the difference between walking home with a V for Viking victory or the Wolves walking away with a W.
Yeah, certainly. We got another timeout here. Vikings obviously trying to make the most of the remaining 48 seconds on this clock. You know, after this, they only get a 2-minute halftime, which, I mean, provides a little bit of time for a break, but it's not a lot, Jacob.
Yeah, certainly, Anthony. I think it speaks to the fast-paced nature of this game. There's no time to waste here in flag football, Anthony.
Yeah, this is really building to the fast-paced nature of this new sport. Timeout is over. 48 seconds remaining in the first half. Vikings will snap. And again, trying to fake it. Pass incomplete. 44 seconds.
She's getting a little too complicated with it, Anthony. Going for the sidearm there. Not everybody can do an amazing Patrick Mahomes impression. But but you got to keep it simple. It's a close game. You can't be working a lot of crazy stuff right now.
Yeah, that's a simple one right there. She's just simply fast. Flag is taken at the 49-yard line, and that's a first down.
Now the Vikings got to hurry right now. Time is actually not winding down. Timeout is called.
Yeah, another one. I thought they only had 2 per team, but you know, we might have to verify that again. Everyone is trying to learn to the best of their abilities here. But hey, you know, I don't know how I feel about these kind of trick plays and these options. You know, I'm just a classic kind of vert kind of guy. But you know, we don't know the throwing strength. We don't know what the conditioning has looked like for this team yet. So hey, maybe there's probably a good reason why this is happening.
I think also, Anthony, it's just a matter of in this sport, in a new sport, you have to establish what kind of team you are early. I think the Vikings are establishing themselves as trick play specialists. And I think with that identity, you gotta roll with it. You gotta emphasize it, and that's how you win games, by emphasizing your brand new established bread and butter.
And right down the midway, it's intercepted. Wolves downing herself. 29 seconds on that clock, and not what the plan was. Completely surrounded by defenders.
Just a great read there by the Niles West secondary. Just completely threw it in the traffic there. Overall, an amazing read.
Certainly. 29 seconds in the half. Wolves looking to maybe give another edge and bring that up to at least 20, maybe 21 or 22.
You never know, Anthony. I think it happened in flag football.
Almost sacked, but she's going to run that down. Great scramble by number 31, and flag is taken. I believe that was the 51, or I'm sorry, 49.
Yeah, Anthony. Something very notable is the pass rush here. The rules are a little wonky in flag football, but the pass rushers, they have to line up, I think about 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. So you're going to see them kind of come in there fast, and no one's allowed to stand in their way. Anthony, it is 1-on-1. So these QBs got to be comfortable under pressure, because they're gonna have a rusher bearing down on them almost all the time.
Yeah, and a penalty brought them back. I believe that's 15 yards, and that only comes up due to unsportsmanlike conduct or really rough play. And ball is dead. Almost thought we could have intercepted that, maybe run that down a little bit, try to, bring an advantage for the Vikings, but it will remain in Wolf possession.
And I think that's what she was trying to do. She was trying to read it there, Anthony. I think the ball kind of got lost in the lights there for her. Just not able to read it quite right. So that ball's just going to fall incomplete. Overall, though, great defensive play.
Definitely. QB looking for the pass. And again, bobbled and dead. Got 7 seconds remaining here. I think at this point, QB just scramble around, kill some time. Well, I don't know. Maybe the Wolves have a trick up their sleeves.
I don't know, Anthony. Personally, I'd take a shot here. You want to have guts, especially against your rival here. I think you might as well go for a big play and maybe bring some momentum into the second half.
Definitely. Here's another pass right down. It's caught. Flag is stripped at the 47. And I don't believe that the half is actually... Oh, the half is going to be over. Yeah, clock will run out. And on your screen, it might say final overtime, but it's actually just halftime. We're having a little bit of complication again, trying to get the graphics figured out for this new sport. We will be back with you with some more Viking action in 2 minutes.
Fans, just a reminder to please cooperate with Niles North personnel through the game. Thank you for respecting our staff and respecting the game. Niles North fans, have you become a member of the Niles North Booster Club? By becoming a premium member, you can get your family in free to all home games, football, and basketball. The membership table is located just outside the stadium. Niles North fans, are you interested in becoming an IHSA official? There is a dangerous shortage of officials, and our high school teams need you. Please go to ihsa.org to find out more information.
And we are back with the second half of this contest between your Niles North Vikings and the Niles West Wolves. This flag football game has been amazing, Jacob. Vikings are down 14-16, but we're learning a lot about the sport, and we're getting pumped, Jacob.
Yeah, 100% there, Anthony. There's been a lot of electrifying plays from both sides here, and honestly, it's coming down to the conversions here. The Vikings failed on one of their conversions, and that's kind of been what's been killing them right here, Anthony. So it's interesting to see throughout this game.
Definitely. And complete pass. She's going to run that down the sideline. Flag taken at the 39. Great defensive effort there by the Vikings. I believe that was our number 4, Dahlia Gom. She is a freshman on this varsity team. 2020. That's crazy to believe. 2028 as a freshman, Jacob.
Anthony, she was born in 2010. That's crazy.
Well, hey, she's doing great on the football field here for the Vikings. Ball's off. Looking for another pass. And almost intercepted. Great pressure there by number 11, Zayjana Pelt.
Yeah, just absolutely just flied in there, Pelt. Able to pelt that ball down, Anthony.
Certainly. And, I find kind of interesting about this, they're passing down the middle of the field because they're not worried about injury. In the NFL, you don't really see that anymore in most other professional football leagues. But, they're not scared because their flags are their protection. They know that's what the target is. So we're seeing a lot more interesting play design that we haven't seen in quite some time.
Yeah, 100% there, Anthony.
Ball will be snapped at the 41. Wolves looking for a pass. She's at the sideline, maneuvering around. And flag taken at the opposing 46.
And Anthony, that ball was slow and high. However, made a good play out of that. And that's been the key with the Wolves, making a lot of something out of nothing. And that's been Yeah, and that's been just entertaining, and it really speaks to the nature of this new sport.
Definitely. One interesting thing about the passes here, that's a great completion there down the middle of the field again. That Wolves number 10 at the 40, also drawing a first down. But what I notice about the passes is that, they throw behind their head a lot, and I'm not really sure, how that's advantageous. I feel like you lose energy, but hey, maybe it helps you try and maneuver around with your feet and your hips. And it's not actually first down; it's 4th and 1. They're gonna go. Oh, intercepted off the tip, and the flag is taken around the 48. I believe that was Paul again.
Yeah, she's been everywhere in this drive, Anthony. She's been covering all grounds of the field there. As she comes down with that pick and she turns on the Jets. At absolute blazing speed there by Pelt. And she has shown great aggression here.
Yeah, definitely that hubris to try to pass on 4th and 1 answered by the Vikings. Ball be snapped at the 45. A little bit of motion. And that quick forward pass, just a little bit too long, not enough control on it. It's dropped, and we're back for 2nd down.
And there it is again, Anthony, trying to run that option there, but it hasn't been clicking as of lately. I don't know if I'd be drawing that play up again, Anthony. It doesn't seem to be working for him.
Yeah, well, I mean, when it does work, it works very well. We're going to see the lateral here. She's going to run that down. Blazing speed. And where was the collision? That's going to draw a flag. I thought the flag was drawn a little bit earlier, but slipped out of her hand. And again, when the trick play works, it works well. It turns into a foot race that the Vikings will win for quite a couple of yards. Ball spotted, I believe, initially at the 23, drawing a first down with 3 yards to go.
Chugga chugga choo choo, Anthony. She had a full head of steam there, absolutely running through a wolf. I'm pretty sure that's illegal in flag, but you gotta. But it really shows the aggressive nature of the Vikings.
Certainly. Ball's at the 24. And, another reason they want to disincentivize the hitting, aside from the fact that your goal is actually the flag, but, there's not a lot of padding involved in this game. You have a guardian cap or some variation, and that's to make it easier to adopt for these schools. You want to make sure that these programs can operate cheaply and safely. So, hey, you don't have to invest in pads.
Yeah, certainly, Anthony. And doing a little research for this game, I was watching a video from USA Football, and they brought up an interesting point that flag football is so simple and affordable, where really all you need is a ball and a pair of shoes. So it really speaks to the growing nature of this game on how simple it is right now.
Certainly. And the ball is going to get run down. Flag taken around the 4 after a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, great play right there, Anthony. Although we have now reached the no-run zone. We are inside the 5-yard line here, I believe. So you're not going to be seeing any runs here, Anthony. So it's interesting to see what they're going to do with the aerial assault.
Yeah, that no-run zone is to prevent heavy collision from the adrenaline, trying to stop that from the goal line. And it also comes at every first down line. So 5 yards between the 20 and 40 on both sides. That's the no-run zone. You're going to see some passes. Also leads to more exciting plays, I think, as opposed to just a quick, just jog in. Clock is running. And, yeah, spotted at the 4-yard line. So we are confirmed in the no-run zone. Will be interesting to see how the Vikings try to get this through. Snap is off. And I don't know about that. They call it a touchdown. I thought that was the no-run zone. Did you see a lateral anywhere?
I'm watching it back right here, Anthony, on the screen, and let's take another look. No lateral there. I'm a little puzzled myself there, Anthony. I'm pretty sure we were in the no-run zone, but I mean, we'll take it.
Yeah, certainly. Again, we're trying to figure out the interpretation of the rules. Going to be a little bit inconsistent with the refs, who ultimately had that final call. But hey, now looking for that 2-point conversion from the 8-yard line. Intercepted. And the play is dead. Again, the Vikings struggling to get that little advantage. 20-16 is the score with 13 minutes remaining in the game.
You see there, and that's where the Wolves are killing them, Anthony. It's that lockdown defense on the conversions. It's the reason why the score is jumped so back and forth. It seems the score constantly is changing because Niles West is there. They are locking down and they are making it hard for the Vikings to make opportunities and keep leads.
And great sack there by the Vikings. Gonna move them back at least 2, maybe 3 yards. Now 2nd down. And again, that's part of the issue. There's not a lot of protection. And, you can set a quote-unquote screen here, but it can't be moving. You can only just get in the way temporarily like number 11 did. But they might call that an illegal screen. Will still be 3rd down. And it will be a penalty on the Wolves. And they're going to have to move that back 10. So definitely a ways to go. It's, I believe, it will be 3rd down. 10-yard penalty for the illegal screen. Ball snapped for the Wolves with a passing play and lateral to avoid the tag. But a little bit of conflict down here on the field, Jacob. Can you tell what happened?
Yeah, looks like number 1 on the Wolves having a little argument there with the line judge there. She thinks her flag wasn't. She thinks her flag wasn't pulled off the lateral. However, it's going to be 4th down here, Anthony, and quite a ways to go, and not quite sure what's happening here. You can punt in flag football.
This is the punt. It requires 4 players from the defense on the line of scrimmage. And beautiful punt. That's going to roll all the way back to the 22. And she's going to run with it. Cuts back and spin move. And flag finally taken at the 25. Pretty great effort there by the Vikings to try to get some extra yards.
That's football IQ there, Anthony. She was able to read the Wolves. We're not going to get down there to spot the ball. She also knows that that a fumble is ruled dead on the spot. So great job there, picking it up. And she just thought, I'm going to get a couple yards out of this. Why not? And it's plays like that is going to win the Vikings this game.
Certainly, we now have less than 10 minutes remaining in this match. Vikings are going to run it down, and flag taken at the 28. Great run there, though, by the Vikings.
Yeah, before the flag was pulled, I think she tried to do that shovel pass again, but again, miscommunication. I don't know why they keep drawing it up, Anthony. It's not working for them.
Yeah, well, we'll see what they do here. Looking for the snap, and I think they might. They got 2 on the close side, that close sideline, only 1 defender on them. And again, that's where you run into trouble. It is going to be a quick forward pass taken immediately. I'm not sure what the goal was.
And I think she was almost trying to do like a little bit of a shovel pass there. You see that a lot in tackle football. Typically, though, that's aided by about 5 offensive linemen doing their job. Couldn't quite get it there. Couldn't quite translate it. And the shovel again.
Yeah, lateral spin moves takes it down. That's at least the first. And she's going even further. It's an all-out foot race. The Vikings at the 20, the 10, and the touchdown. She wasn't tripping. I was tripping over my words, Jacob. What an impressive, just display of speed. that turf almost set on fire, Jacob.
Yeah, get the fire extinguisher out here, Anthony. Her cleats are on fire after that, leaving all the wolves trying to chase after her. It's a great job to bounce it outside there. Read the defense, able to just completely burst through.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, when it turns into just a race, very exciting. Vikings again trying this 2-point conversion. Might finally succeed here. And collision, I don't believe that'll be good. And they're saying no good. Yet again, the Vikings struggle to convert. That's been the biggest issue for them this game, at least in terms of, game dynamics. But hey, 10-point advantage for Niles North.
Yeah, it doesn't matter as much now, Anthony. They have a 2-score cushion now. It was definitely more of a problem when it was essentially back and forth. Now the Vikings defense is starting to wake up here and is starting to lock down the Wolves. They're figuring it out. They are trying to be 2 steps ahead, and they are being successful.
Yeah, snap from the Wolves here at the 20 to get us started on this drive. Great completion and caught between 2 Vikings, actually taking both of her flags around the 40. It'll be a first down with 6.5 minutes to go.
This is a very crucial drive for the Wolves. They are thinking end zone right now, Anthony. They got to get a score. They got to get momentum. Time is winding down. I believe there's no onside kicking in flag football, so they got to get a quick score here. Stop the Vikings and get yet another quick score.
Definitely. I will say I do think you could just punt that real high and hope that the opposing team muffs it and keeping it in the air. But hey, Vikings going to strip that flag around the 47, the opposing 47. Now under 6 minutes, second down. And Q looking for a long one. Intercepted right in her arms. Great interception there by the Viking. I can't tell her number, but hey, she is getting lots of love and adoration and appreciation from her teammates.
That was absolutely deflating for the Wolves, Anthony. It's just perfectly read, perfectly timed pick there. And now the Vikings are gonna get the ball here with the clock in their favor. They have a chance to potentially go up 3 scores here late in the game, and that would pretty much all but put a seal on it for the Vikings.
Yeah, you had a 3v1 there on the close side. It is caught by one of them. Well, I don't know how they call possession, Jacob. You say no, but I think, okay, that will be an incompletion. It'll be brought back. And on that interception, I can now see number 8, Angelina Mendez.
Yeah, going back to the pass there, Anthony, she kind of bobbled it a little bit. Like looking back on it, she couldn't quite get possession there. Just butterfingers there.
Certainly, Jacob, you got 3 behind. It looks like they're going to run some type of option. Gets faked, and she's going to lateral. Running it down yet again. And flag finally taken at the opposing 31.
And there it is again, Anthony. That speed that is killing right now. You could tell the conditioning is up here for the Vikings as they are creating foot races here against the Wolves, and that has been the Vikings' offensive friend, and it's been something fun to watch all game.
Yeah, Niles North in an offensive groove right now. Snap is off. QB almost throwing an interception, just a little bit too low and out of her arms. Again, dangerous. I do like that the Vikings are trying to break it right down the middle. I'm just not sure that was the right move at the right time. Second down.
Yeah, I'd agree with you in the sense of wrong place at the wrong time, Anthony. She is lucky that wasn't a pick. That was very well read.
Again, 3 behind. Ball's up. And quick forward pass. Sending Wolf on their feet. And attempted illegal forward pass. Not good. But, I mean, definitely aware of her surroundings. That was awfully close to actually, being good despite the flag.
Yeah, she tried to force it there, Anthony. I don't think she was ever really gonna get it. It would have been wise just to eat the tackle the backfield. Although I will want to know that was an interesting formation they have there, with the loaded backfield there. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that a little more as time kind of winds down here, Anthony.
Yeah, it looks like there's not any protection for the QB. Usually you'll have one looking to block. But hey, just slipping out of the hands of Mendez, the senior.
Yeah, she just couldn't quite time it up right there. Just not able to hit Mendez in the right spot. And it looks like there is a timeout on the field. I believe it'll be timeout Wolves.
Timeout Wolves, and good timing for it. Now just 2 minutes and 12 seconds away from the end of this game. Not a good position for the Wolves. Again, this is fast-paced, so you could see those turnovers, but the Vikings have been playing it very smart. And no matter what, it's going to be a struggle here for Niles North, or Niles West, rather, for the rest of the way. Taking a quick little water break as well, trying to get regenerated because, again, you got to be back on the field so quick that halftime isn't really enough to stretch back out and prepare. But, hey, the Wolves are coming back onto the field now, as are the Vikings. 4th down, and we could look at a punt here. Now, one confusion I have with the rules is that when the ball gets sent back like that, because their initial target was the 20, but they've been sent so far back that I'm not sure if it is still the 20 or the 40. Like when you're in the no-run zone, that status stays assumed if you get moved back by a penalty. So we'll see how it plays out here. 4th down still with another consecutive timeout, I suppose.
I mean, I'd imagine it'd be the same. Wouldn't make sense for them to get a first down if they were to move back.
I don't know. Maybe there's a retreatment strategy. You don't want to turn over, then you run it back. But hey, we don't know for certain, as both teams will reapproach the line. And looking for a punt. You got those 4 on the sideline, and it's quite high. She muffs it, and the ball is dead. That's the risk that you run when you try to just take the ball like that. Looks like the spot is around the 15, 17.
Yeah, about there, Anthony. And one thing I want to note about the punt is, it's eerily similar to the NFL's new kickoff rule there. There's no motion until after the ball is kicked there, Anthony. So it's interesting to see there.
Certainly. Incomplete pass almost got by their number 10. Definitely been Niles West's MVP for today. Now 1.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to get a timeout on the field. That's going to leave a minute and a half on the clock. And Anthony, I don't think there's much hope left for the Niles West Wolves there. The Vikings able to go with that late score, just able to really play lockdown defense, making themselves more at home here. I think if I'm the Wolves right now, I am just trying to go out there and just try to put it all out there, try to make plays, just try to have something to feel happy about.
Certainly, Jacob. I mean, it has been a great effort by them, just not able to get anything done in that second half. Ball is off. QB getting rushed, and that's going to be a sack of about maybe 5 yards.
Anthony, those rushers, they come in hot. I mean, the QB is constantly under pressure. There's no blocking there, Anthony. So that rusher is always going to come in there, and it's amazing to see these QBs work under pressure.
Yeah, and great pressure again. Might have been a push in the back, but will remain with the Wolves on 4th down. Timeout called, or I'm sorry, clock is stopped. Believe it'll be set to 1 full minute here. Play will resume. And interception. The Wolves are out of this game. She runs. She tries to cut away. And great screen as it's a Viking touchdown. 32 for the Vikings, 16 for the Wolves with 45 remaining on the clock.
Yeah, put a little salt in the wound there, Anthony. Perfectly timed pick 6 there by the Vikings. That is not going to be a fun bus ride. Back down Grosse Pointe Road to the other side of Skokie. At least they don't got to go very far.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, I don't think the Wolves should be disappointed in their performance. Again, this is very new, so you're learning strategy. You're learning about what other teams are looking for. I mean, hey, this could be, this isn't all bad. Vikings with their final 2-point conversion attempt of the night, hoping to make it. And we might have an illegal substitution or delay of game here. Will remain clean. And quick forward pass. Finally, 2-point conversion for the Vikings. 34-16.
Just a nice clean shovel pass there, Anthony. Very well played. And I think they're going to probably try to work more of that going forward. I mean, the 2-point conversion there has been a struggle for the Vikings. It's just they haven't been able to get it as much. And a lot of teams are going to go for 2. I mean, going for 1 puts them in the no-run zone. So going for 2 there, Anthony, it kind of brings a little bit of confusion whether or not they're going to run or pass. So they got to work it a little more, I think, going into the next game.
Yeah, and the Wolves with an incompletion. Clock stopping at the 41. Again, when you're in this type of, not to say garbage time, but, you know, these remaining minutes of the game, it will stop the clock and give the Wolves some more opportunities to at least get 1 more score in. Clock is live, as is the ball, and overthrown yet again. Could have been another interception if they weren't careful. Clock at 36.
Yeah, and another pick 6 there, Anthony. The Vikings, I believe, would have enacted the mercy rule. The official mercy rule of IHSA flag football states that any team up 20 within 2 minutes, the game automatically ends with the team up 20 in favor of. So it would have been interesting to see there, Anthony.
Yeah, and great stop. We're now at 4th down. They need to make 12 yards. They're probably, I don't know what they're going to go for. Again, this is so new to us. We don't know what the theory is. Ball is up and caught. That's a 1st down. Flag stripped at the 41. And great effort here with 10 seconds remaining in this incredible matchup.
Yeah, it looks like the Wolves are going to get 1 more chance here, Anthony. At this point, just throw it up, chuck it up, see if someone's open, try to leave this game with something to smile about.
And, in enemy territory, the Wolves number 1 falls down. 3 seconds remaining, and again, this is not, we're having some issues with the graphics here. It's not the end of double overtime.
Don't click off.
Yeah, don't click off. 3 seconds remaining. Wolves looking to get 1 more play, and, you know, gotta love them trying to play through despite their unfortunate situation. Last play of the game, caught by number 1. They're going to run through, and the game ends by Zejana Pelt at the 42-yard line. Your Niles North Vikings win it 34 to the Wolves 16.
And Anthony, shout out a V for Viking victory. The first ever girls flag football Crosstown Classic goes to the Niles North Vikings. A great win to establish this already historic rivalry in a new sport.
Yeah, I am having so much fun here watching flag football. Believe we got another flag football game to be broadcast on Wednesday, same time of night. So, hey, stay subscribed if you want to look forward to that. We've got tons more coming during a homecoming week. Obviously, the big game on Friday. But, you know, just more coverage. So, hey, if you're not already, please subscribe to Niles North Viking Media at nnvikings.com.
Smash that subscribe button.
Definitely, Jacob. We will leave you with the Vikings 34 to the Wolves 16. Have a good night.